And Chris Ockley here. Let's see, what is it? Sunday afternoon, April 29th with Mizzou Junior Mac Storms. Before we get to the last couple weeks and some great performances, tell me when you first got into running, and what age and what was your first experience with running? I think your dad's a runner. Was that a heavy influence on you?
Yeah, I mean he's had a really big influence on me, and really like I owe a lot of my success to him and stuff like that. I mean he runs probably still 75 miles a week, you know, and he's 50 years
Really?
old, so, yeah,
That's awesome.
He enjoys it, and I guess I ran grade school and stuff like that, but not really seriously. I started freshman year of high school probably.
Okay.
Cross country. I was actually really terrible my freshman year.
At Kansas City O'Hara.
Yeah, I ran like
Class 3.
24 minutes for 5K.
Okay.
So pretty bad. And then, you know, I just hung with it, and then that track season I broke 5 minutes of the mile, and really from there kind of took off. So.
Yeah. To just recap, I know quite a few All-State finishes in Class 3. What's your best finish? Remind me, runner-up?
I was Class 2 state champ in cross. And
Okay.
then I was runner-up in the 3200 my junior year behind Jacob Swearingen.
And then was it senior year you guys moved up to Class 3?
Yeah, we were Class 3 in cross my senior year.
Okay.
We were actually the smallest Class 3 that year. I was 7th in the Class 3 meet that year. So.
Okay. What's biggest highlight? Any biggest memory or highlight from your high school days at O'Hara?
I mean, I raced Maxim Korolev a lot. My favorite races, both of them were against him. The conference meet my junior year, he had beaten me earlier in the year at the Kansas City Metro meet, and I put him away in the last mile of the conference meet by about 20 seconds. And then
in the 3200?
No, this is in cross country.
In cross, okay.
And then in cross country again, senior year, the district meet, me and him went to the line, and I got him at the line, and he ended up beating me in state meet, but that was a really cool memory. So.
Yeah, and obviously goes on to sub-9 2 mile.
I think I was holding him back, to be honest. I think he was just racing off of me a lot.
Right.
I left, and he kind of went crazy there that last year. But.
All your fault. So,
yeah.
And then come to Mizzou and to run, and tell me a little about Steven Saylor. It seems like you guys have been good friends and training buddies, and raced each other a few times here and there.
Well, in high school, like O'Hara doesn't. I mean, my sophomore year we had a kid, Brandon Gutter, who was 5th at the state cross country meet his senior year, and so I was able to train with him. But once he left, there really wasn't anybody for me to work with. So,
sure.
So I met Steven actually on MoHS running. Coach Nunn posted something about a fartlek group, and I went and ran with them, and met Steven, and Facebook and stuff like that. We got to be really good friends, and we trained a lot together in high school, and it's a really good friendship even now.
So. Yeah. And he's obviously run at rival Iowa State, and hopefully he's healthy, and you guys will get to square off in a couple weeks at Big 12s.
Yeah, he's healthy. I know that he's running pretty good. So.
Okay. Well, and then college decision, and decided to come to Mizzou and run for Coach Wilmus, and then obviously Coach Bingley comes in, and now working with Coach Lynn. Tell me what it's been like at Mizzou, and I know big highlight was it your freshman year you guys hosted Big 12s, and then didn't have to go far for regionals then down to Springfield.
Yeah.
And then a great 5K out at Stanford last year, low 14s. Just talk to me about your first couple years and some highlights there. And
came in, and I came to Mizzou just. I want to stay in state, and I've been a big Mizzou fan my whole life. So I came here. I liked Coach Wilmus. I felt like he was really upfront, and he was a really honest guy, and had a lot of integrity, and he liked doing things the right way. So came here to run for him, and freshman year kind of got thrown in the fire right away. We didn't have a whole lot of guys coming back.
Sure, and obviously the injury curse with the big three that are fifth-year seniors now.
Yeah, had a lot of guys injured. Kyle Rude dealt with a lot of injuries. Phil Basio has dealt with a lot of injuries, and obviously Dan. So I got kind of thrown in there real early, and kind of had a rough first cross season, and redshirted indoors, and then outdoor kind of got thrown into it again with a lot of people being injured, and had a good freshman year. Really progressed, like a lot of it was just adapting to mileage, because pretty low mileage in high school, and then coming to college, obviously a whole different ball game, and just learning to compete at this level. But I actually ran my first 10K was my freshman year at the conference meet, and I think I ran 32 minutes. Or so. I think I was here.
Here at Mizzou,
right? At Mizzou, and I think I was lapped twice and stuff. So that was
Philip go by you a couple times and cheer you on.
Yeah, he gave me a little pat on the butt. And, Philip's actually been a really good training partner to have. He's always been there for me and stuff like that. So, but freshman year is kind of kind of a learning
Sure.
year. And then that summer we find out Coach Wilmus is leaving, and obviously it was kind of upset, but it never really crossed my mind to leave Mizzou because it's where I want to be. And Coach Bingley came in. Right away I established a really great relationship with him, and even today, even though he's not coaching here, he's still a positive influence. And last year was kind of really rough year with injuries during cross season, and we only had 5 guys finish the Big 12 cross country meet, and then we ended up having to run a few half milers at the regional meet, and that's obviously not their thing in the 10K. And so cross was pretty tough. I was also battling a little bit of anemia during cross country last season. So then going into indoor, had a pretty solid indoor season, appeared in the 3K and got lapped off the 5K conference, but we were pretty happy with how things were going.
Yeah.
And then in the outdoor season, just went out to Stanford real early in the year. It was my opener outdoors, and I ran 14:19 and got third on my heat out there, and that was, I felt like that was a really big step.
Sure.
In the right direction. It was about 25-second PR at the time. So, I felt like things were going really well. Progressed throughout the season. Ended up getting 15th at the conference meet. Didn't quite make it to the regional meet, but things were going well. And then getting into the summer, maybe about, 2-3 weeks in the summer training, find out that Coach Bingley also has to leave. So,
sure.
Third coach in 3 years, and that is a little different this time with Coach Bingley leaving. When Coach Jared left, we just kind of found out that Coach Bingley was filling in about a month and a half later. This time, Coach Halter really kind of made us part of the whole process and bringing in distance coach. So we got to meet a few different coaches and interview with them, and he ended up picking Coach Lynn, who was at Grand Valley State, and we liked him. He's his interview came out, really thorough and really harping on the details and stuff like that.
Sure.
That's exactly how he's been, and he brings a lot of intensity, and he does some things that are different from the way Fred would do them.
Sure.
Would have done them, and but at the same time, it's good stuff.
Well, yeah, I was very impressed at getting to know him over the last few months, and if you can. Is it 16 or 18 new commitments for next year? If you can do that, you're either a magician or you're doing something pretty good, right. So
I think it's 18.
Yeah.
18 guys committed already. So
right. Well, and I'm sure the big influence from coming to Mizzou was former O'Hare athlete, came to Mizzou for All-American thrower, Krishna Lee.
Krishna
I'm sure she was big on the recruiting visit.
Krishna graduated. She was, she graduated the year
before you started,
here. But I knew her in high school and stuff like that, and just knowing Krishna was here kind of helped a little bit. And obviously she really wanted me to come here, so that was cool, and just having a familiar face around.
Well, hopefully, nice. Hopefully you can add a couple of those All-American honors like she did. But cool. And one last thing, tell me, well, I'm sorry I've gone blank, but we'll wrap it up there and then get back and talk about the last couple of weeks. So.